Today's video, I got you guys with the top 5 best SMGs that you should be using in Warzone right now. We've got loadouts from Vanguard, Cold War, Modern Warfare. I really think you guys are going to enjoy this video, man. But before we get into it, I want to shout out these 3 people for commenting on my last video. If you guys would ever want to shout out in a future video, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button and then go down below and comment your opinions of the video. Like I said, I got y'all the top 5 best SMGs today, and let's get into it. So we are going to start this video off with the absolute best SMG in Warzone right now, which is going to be the Armaguerra 43 from Vanguard. The Armaguerra actually took the spot as the #1 SMG after the Blixen and Marco got nerfed in the Season 4 update. And let me tell you guys, man, the Armaguerra has the craziest movement speed I have ever seen on an SMG. I was putting kids on skates with this max mobility build for the Armaguerra. And let me tell you guys, man, I highly recommend you guys use this build if you haven't yet. Definitely make sure you guys are using the Armaguerra right now because it is by far the meta in the SMG category. Like I said, man, the movement build I'm about to show you guys is honestly ridiculous. It feels like you have a constant stim using this thing, how fast you're moving around. And let's go ahead and get into the build right now. So on screen right now is going to be my recommended Armaguerra build for you guys, man. A few things to note. Make sure you guys do rock the short barrel for the ADS speed, aim walking movement speed, and sprint to fire speed. By far the best barrel for the Armaguerra. Next up, do make sure you guys rock the compact underbarrel for the aim walking movement speed and reduced scope sway. This helps a lot with keeping the recoil low while you're strafing side to side. Definitely make sure you guys use the compact underbarrel. And lastly, man, we got the perk hard scope. This again helps a lot with recoil control while you're moving around a lot. And as for the rest of the attachments, man, this is going to be my recommended Armaguerra build. And let's go ahead and jump into the next SMG that I've got for you guys. Next up, I got you guys with a classic Modern Warfare SMG, which is going to be the MP7. As for Modern Warfare SMGs, a lot of them don't really hang in the meta anymore now that the Vanguard SMGs kind of took over. But the MP7 is still a great option, and I would say it's going to be the best Modern Warfare SMG at the moment. And let's go ahead and hop into my MP7 build. So here you guys have my MP7 loadout, man. Like I said, I think this is going to be one of the only Modern Warfare SMGs that can still compete in the current meta. The MP7 has pretty good mobility and a decent TTK, so I threw it in today's video for y'all. If you guys want the loadout, it's on screen for you guys right now, man. FSS recon barrel, tac laser, no stock, 50-round mag, and sleight of hand. Let's go ahead and get into the next SMG I got for you guys. So for the third SMG, I got you guys with a Cold War SMG. Now, I know a lot of you might not have the Vanguard SMGs ranked up yet. So we're going to throw in a Cold War SMG that is definitely still in the meta, which is going to be the Mac10. The Mac10 got a pretty decent buff in the Season 4 update, which brought it back up in the meta. I would recommend you guys throw on the Mac10 if you haven't in a while. And if you're someone that uses more Cold War weapons over Vanguard, maybe you don't have Vanguard, or maybe you don't have the guns leveled up, the Mac10 is a great option for you. Match the Mac10 with a sniper or a long-range assault rifle, and you guys are going to be frying your rebirth lobbies, man. Surprisingly, the Mac10 still has a super fast time to kill. Match that with the fire rate and the mobility, and this thing definitely still hangs in the current SMG meta. Let's go ahead and get into my Mac10 build right now. So my recommended Mac10 build is on screen right now. We've got Agency Suppressor for the muzzle, Tiger Team Spotlight for our laser, no stock for the stock. Underbarrel is going to be Bruiser Grip and the Stanak 53-round drum. I was actually surprised at how well the Mac10 felt when I was using it for the video. So if you guys don't have some of the Vanguard SMGs maxed out, definitely make sure you guys throw on the Mac10, man. Because surprisingly, it does still hang in the current meta. And let's go ahead and get into the next loadout that I've got for y'all. For the next loadout, I got you guys with the OTS-9 from Cold War. This gun definitely still hangs in the current meta, and I have always been a huge fan of the OTS-9, man. The mobility this gun has and the fire rate makes it super fun to use. You can hit a lot of movement clips with this gun. This was the OG movement SMG when it was first added into the game, and I still enjoy the OTS-9 a ton. So if you guys haven't used it in a while, I recommend throwing it back on. It's a really fun gun to use. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the build for my OTS-9 right now. So on the screen right now, I got you guys my OTS-9 build, man. We've got the GRU suppressor for the muzzle. Laser is going to be Tiger Team Spotlight. No stock again. Underbarrel is going to be Bruiser Grip and the VDV Fast Mag. You basically want to build all Cold War SMGs like this. And this is the OTS-9 build that I recommend for you guys. let's go ahead and get into the next loadout I've got for y'all. So coming up next, I got you guys with the Marco 5, and honestly, this might be my favorite SMG in the game right now. This is easily a top 5 SMG. I would put the Marco 5 at number 2 right next to the Armaguerra. And overall, if you guys aren't using the Marco 5 right now, I would highly recommend it. The mobility on the Marco 5 is the best out of almost every SMG in the game. And you have a 64 round magazine on this gun, which makes it insane for trios and quads because you don't want to be reloading all the time after every gunfight. The Marco 5 is great for that, and the damage on it is actually ridiculous. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the Marco 5 build right now. Let's go. So for my Marco 5 build, you guys are going to want to put on the recoil booster on your muzzle. Next up for the barrel, make sure you guys throw on the 342-04P for the bullet velocity, flinch resistance, and accuracy. Next up for the optic, of course, you want the slate reflector, by far the best optic. For the stock, we were using the Perfetto Asada for the recoil control, ADS speed, and aiming stability. For the underbarrel, you want the Mark VI Skeletal for the ADS and movement speed. Magazine is going to be the 8mm Nambu 64, by far the best mag on the Marco. Next up, you want lengthened bullets for the bullet velocity. Rear grip, we're going to be using taped for the movement speed, weapon swap quickness, and sprint to fire speed. Perk 1 is going to be Frenzy for the health regen after kills. This is a huge perk. Make sure you guys throw on Frenzy, man. This makes a big difference. And then for the last perk, you want Quick for the sprint speed. That's going to be my recommended Marco build. And let's go ahead and get into the next loadout that I've got for you guys. For the next loadout, I got you guys with the classic MP40 from Vanguard, man. Now, this has always been one of my favorite SMGs in Warzone ever since it was added into the game. And the MP40 actually got a slight buff in the Season 4 Reloaded update, which I could not be happier about, man, because it is definitely back in the top 5 SMGs. Overall, the MP40 is one of the easiest SMGs in the game to use. It has great mobility, super low recoil, and you can really do a lot with the 45 round mag on the MP40. You won't have to reload it too often. And as for the time to kill, man, this gun kills insanely fast. And like I said, guys, it has some of the best mobility in all of Warzone. So if you guys haven't been using the MP40 lately, I highly recommend you do. Because like I said, man, it got a slight buff in the Season 4 update. And if you guys haven't used it yet, you might be surprised at how strong the MP40 feels again. So before we jump into the loadout for this gun, man, make sure you guys do drop a like on today's video if you haven't yet. I would really appreciate it. And also make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, man. We're creeping up on 30K. And then let's go ahead and jump into this MP40 build right now. So for the final loadout of today's video, I got you guys with my meta MP40 build, man. I truly believe the MP40 is still a top 5 SMG in Warzone right now. For the barrel, make sure you guys throw in the short barrel for the damage range, bullet velocity, and limb damage. You really don't need any other barrel on your MP40. The short is definitely the way to go. For the optic, I was using the ISO 1M iron sight, but I know most people like the slate reflector. I really just like the iron sights on the MP40. Next up for the stock, we have folding stock for the sprint to fire and movement speed. Underbarrel is going to be Mark VI Skeletal, hollow point for the ammo, taped grip. Perk 1, I really think you guys need to try this out, man. If you don't use momentum, it actually gives you increased movement speed after kills. I really like this on the MP40, and I highly recommend you guys try it out. Perk 2 is going to be Quick for the extra movement speed. And that is going to be the final loadout of today's video, man. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you leave a like. And as always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys in the next video, man. Peace.